So, over my old man's shop. Some interesting cars in here too. Some fun ones. But I finally got myself. So I just picked this up last week from the train terminal in Halifax for importing my Toyota Crown. And if anyone's wondering why you import from Japan, this is why. This thing is 17 years old. Wait, look. It's just so clean. I mean, viewers in warm climates that don't ever use salt on the roads might not appreciate how bad rust can get. Like, ATF fluid done recently, oil change all good. I found a full service history in the glove box. Underneath the crown now, doing an oil change. So I'm assuming, I'm figuring this out as I go. Obviously, I haven't worked on this yet. I've only had it a week. I don't even think it needs an oil change yet, but I got a bit of a road trip for next week. So I'm assuming this is where you get at the drain plug. Maybe turn these by hand once they're loose, but no. Oh, yeah. Is that the oil filter housing? Huh. Okay. All right. Pop this off. Boom. And now I gotta pee. Alright, that's enough. How oil free can I keep my fingers? Ooh. So that is the oil filter housing. And Lexus tells you need to buy a fancy little cap to pop on there that you can put a socket wrench on, and or you just change it like it's a regular oil filter, and that just goes on there and it turns no problem. Oh, my phone is gonna smell lovely tomorrow. All these fluids. When you pop it off and you get the O-ring to go, it burps. All right, so I had my dad stop in the other day before a family gathering to grab a filter for me. And he said they didn't have a GS350 in the system for 0708, so they said we have an IS350. He assumed that the same engine. It's not the same filter. I was kind of doing an oil change earlier than necessary. We're going to do it without the filter. I just put the other one back in. O-rings still look good. Yeah, we're just doing one without the filter. Alright, oil capacity is 6.3 liters. So I've got myself going with full synthetic 5W20. Alright, Valvoline. these new jugs, that little bit of air thing there, that is, look at that. No ka-chug, 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 ka-chug. I like that. I like that. I can just pour it straight. I don't have to do the side pour or anything. That's nice. All right. So, check this already, but just a little past the full line with the 6 and a bit liters ahead from the last time I did an oil change on a car that needed 520, 530. So, all set. I gotta put this filter back in. I'm gonna just blow it out for now. Take some pictures so I can make sure I get the right one if I try and get something from the Lexus alternative here. So, I don't know. What do you think? Colder intake? One day. One day. So now, I'm gonna take all this, put it back in here, and we got a collection of all the stuff from all the other oil changes and whatnot, and once a year, when we do our annual trip to the dump, we properly dispose of it. Yeah, if you live somewhere that cares, it's probably free to dispose of your oil. If not, yeah, if you live in Ohio, you can probably put it in your local storm drain. It might improve the water quality. Make some cocktails. Ooh. Little tip, when using your dad's shop, the dads out there will appreciate this. Put your tools away. My God, to lend someone your space and your equipment and have them not put everything back where it came from. And these things all grimy. Well, that one won't rust. I'm pretty sure he got these Mastercraft wrenches in the 70s. But if you take good care of things, you don't lose them. You hang them up all nice on the wall. I wasn't sure what sizes I'd need, so I grabbed everything. But look at this oil filter wrench. I have not seen one of these anywhere else. I think it's the coolest little thing. It works good on most sizes too. This one, it didn't quite work. It was a little too small, but it's a pretty simple little mechanism. It's basically like the strap ones. But yeah, leave the shop as it was when I started. Should do a walk around this thing. So I got this for about 10 grand Canadian equivalent before tax, with 35,000 kilometers on it. This was a grade 3.5 in Japan on the auction. There is a little dent right there, and I think there's a stone chip on the front somewhere. These headlights could use a little bit of a polish, but not too bad. The grill's got a little bit of stone chips. There was chrome underneath originally, I guess. But yeah, 35,000 kilometers on it, 10 grand Canadian, and my favorite part is just how clean the underside is. Like, it's like a new car. In Canada, the cars don't look like this after 6 months. They do one winter and they're basically ruined if you compare them to this one. And yeah, so leather sunroof, power steering wheel, and like a power adjustable steering, everything you could want. The only thing really wrong with it is they all had cracked dash. Mine's particularly bad. Yeah, they all had cracked dashes. This entire generation, all the GRS 180, 180, 182, 184, they all had it. And the struts that hold the hood up in the front don't work, so I gotta use a little prop if I'm working under there. But I did find a full service history in addition to all the stickers on the thing in the glove box. And because of how rough Canada is on cars, that was the first thing I did when I got it safety inspected. Alright, so it's fairly easy to get in because the wheel is not where it is when I like to drive. It's a little high. So, nice thing about these, parking brake. Okay, oil pressure's back.